Welcome to St. Mark's Church. It's the middle of the week, and we thought we would check in with all of you and let you check in with all of us. I'm Matt Wright. I'm a member of St. Mark's Episcopal Church in Altadena, California, and I'm going to sit here and chat with our rector, the Reverend Carri Patterson Grindon, for a few minutes and just sort of see what's going on. Carri, thanks for making time.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, I think the big question is, how's it going?
Yeah, that's a huge question. And I guess what I want to say right off the bat is remarkably well. Given the enormous uncertainty and challenge and struggle of this time, I have to say I'm overwhelmed with the incredibly beautiful way the St. Mark's community is showing up. What's it
like? You know, most people who attend church know that churches are not meeting as they have traditionally for hundreds, thousands of years. You know, it's one thing, you go to church. You sit in the pew, or
right.
You worship in community with people.
Right.
And for the first time, and certainly all of our lives, we're not able to do that.
Right.
What's that like? What's been that experience?
Incredibly strange for me and for everybody. It's such it's a difficult thing. St. Mark's, I think, uniquely is this warm, affectionate collection of Christians. And so we've never been here before, and social distancing at St. Mark's is, I think, uniquely challenging. If you've ever been to our church and moved through the passing of the peace, you know what I'm talking about. So this is hard and strange, and that said, we are finding ways that are also characteristic of St. Mark's to move through this time together. So it's we've done some incredible things to in these first days to remain who we are and to stay connected and supportive and caring of one another. So for starters, Mother Betsy and I spent the better part of last Sunday on the campus alone, setting up this call list. So we have 25 plus wonderful members of the community, leaders in the community of St. Mark's, who each have been assigned anywhere from 3 to 7 or 8 people to call weekly in the congregation, and they're making those calls to be a friendly voice, to just talk, to offer support, to hear of any practical or pastoral needs that households have. And then Mother Betsy and I are so blessed to have this deep bench of additional leaders in the church who can help meet those needs, both pastoral and practical. So those calls have started up, and we're hearing both of those needs, but also these incredible stories of our people connecting in this very intimate way with each other on the phone. It's been really beautiful to hear. I've had my own version of that, calling our vestry members, and spent hours on the phone in these one-on-one conversations with the people that serve our community. And it's been balm and huge blessing. And I have to believe it's going to continue to serve us and tighten us as a community in the days ahead.
Yeah.
So that's one example of some of the ways St. Mark's is showing up.
Yeah. We, St. Mark's has a school, which is not uncommon in Episcopal communities, but we do happen to have a school, and it adds an extra layer of care and actually a complication to the life of our community, because we not only have church parishioners and the members of the church community, but we have a school of 300 kids and a staff, teachers, administrators, and all of those complications which accrue to any kind of school are really they're really part of our responsibility as a church community as well. What's that been like? How have you been working with our head of school?
So I have to say, Jen Tolbert, our head of school, has in this last week essentially closed down one school and reopened another one. I mean, really, there's no better way to describe it. That if you said to a head of school and her executive team that they needed to go to remote learning for the entire student body, how long would that take for them to get that in place? They would say years, I think, to really do that smoothly. And instead, in 3 days, Jen and her executive team, her faculty and staff made that transition. That arduous work was done beautifully, gracefully, thoroughly, and most importantly, unbelievably lovingly. So I'm just in awe, honestly, and have deep gratitude for the leadership of our head of school and for that staff, for Mother Betsy as its chaplain, who also has been an incredibly important part of that team and has been tending to the faculty and those families as they're adjusting to this new, strange world. It's really been breathtaking, actually, and inspiring to watch them. And I ask everybody's prayers for all of those families as well, for our head of school, for that team, as they continue to serve with real love this wider community that we're part of.
Yeah. I don't want to keep you all afternoon because you've got things to do, but what can, if a church member is listening to this and asking, well, how can I be helpful? What can I do now? What can we as a church community be doing now to help our community, to help each other, to help make things better in whatever way we can?
I think the first thing is just to continue to pray, not just for one another inside St. Mark's, but for the most vulnerable in the community. And then you'll want to continue to check our website. Mother Betsy and I are putting up resources for your help at home, but also we're creating ways for our community to continue to serve the vulnerable neighbors we have. And so, for example, Monday through Friday, 8 to 1, the doors of the church, at least for now, are remaining open. And that is so people can come with their donations for the Acts Food Pantry. That's canned goods. For the Acts Food Pantry, we're taking donations also for Door of Hope, another ministry in Pasadena we are in partnership with. And Emily Moynihan, who leads the Union Station Sack Lunch assembly and delivery every fifth Sunday, is finding a safe way for us to continue to assemble those lunches and get them to the people at Union Station for this fifth Sunday coming up, March 29th. So all of those are ways that our community can continue to serve. We're going to do all we can to keep our eyes not just on the health and well-being of the St. Mark's members, but those we are always wanting to take care of beyond ourselves. So keep watching on the website as Mother Betsy posts more resources for you to use at home, but also ways for you to be of service. And I just have to say, Matt, I've been inundated, as has Mother Betsy, with people asking that question. How can we help? What can we do? People like, these parents who are home with their kids for the first time, 24/7, people who don't have any certitude about their own work and still are saying, are there people in our community who we can deliver groceries to, who we can shop for? It just blows my mind on the one hand. On the other hand, it's so not surprising because this is how the people of St. Mark's always behave, So it's no surprise, really. And still, it does take my breath away how generous this community continues to be. So just go to the website, pay attention to what we put up there. Join us on Sunday for worship. We have this wonderful podcast on Sundays. It'll go up on the website, and we'd love for you to join us for worship. And then be safe. Keep being the bright lights that you are in all your interactions. When you're jogging, walking with your kids, when you're at your own, prayer, as you're looking out for ways to help, just keep being the bright lights that you are. And we're going to get through this.
Pastor Carri Patterson Grindon, thanks for joining us this afternoon, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Thanks, Matt.